This first aid technique, called the mother's kiss, has saved us several trips to the ER when my kids have placed a small object up their nose. You place your mouth over your child's mouth, forming a firm seal, then block the unaffected nostril with your finger. Give a sharp and short puff of air into your child's mouth, and it may force the object out.
How to keep your goth witch girlfriend happy, part 1. Scratch her on the head, kinda like a cat. This will put her in her dulcet state, making her less likely to enter a murderous rage. Give her forehead kisses. This will make her heart flutter, ensuring that she doesn't rip yours out with her bare hands on a full moon. And finally, support her when she wants to sacrifice the neighbors to the Dark Lord, because if you don't, she will try to sacrifice you.
Okay, are you ready? Pull them in the tunnel what to learn. Let's go. Look at it, just like that. Walk it, walk it, walk it, walk it, walk it, walk it, lock.
I don't know, maybe my morals are just a little bit different, but telling your partner where you at, who you with, and what time you are coming home is not a form of control. It's a form of respect. Follow for more.
When it comes to you, baby, I'm addicted. You're like a drug, no rehab can fix it. I think you're perfect, baby, even with your flaws. You ask what I like about you, ooh, I love it all.
I'm posting 2 love poems at the same time. Whichever one you see first is the one you should send them. In this and any lifetime, I would find you and choose you all over again. It was you. It is you. It will always be you.
Okay, this is for my lawyers. If these pro-fetus people believe that the fetus is actually a life, which it's fucking not, it's a clump of cells, but if they think that it's a life, if they think that it's a body within a body, then doesn't the woman have the right to claim self-defense? It is proven medically that pregnancy causes death. And we already have stand your ground laws. It's already been proven that a person has the right to defend themselves. And if we can reach that logical conclusion that it is self-defense, and say the Supreme Court says, no, she doesn't have the right to self-defense, that means no American has the right to self-defense, that means we could take the fucking guns. Anyways, I'm mowing my lawn. Have a good day.
All right, man, let me womansplain something about women that's going to make your life a lot easier, because it's true for all of us. Like, across the board, it is a universal fact about women. Tickling is dangerous, okay? Because we all hate it. All of us, truly, we hate it. In the whole universe, there might be like 2 women who like tickling, and we don't claim them. And look, we are not responsible for the actions of our body while under the influence of being tickled. I'm sure you know this, but you tickle your girl and she will turn into a bro real quick. Our body reacts like our dog just stepped on a bee. We just start swinging. We just start flailing around like a wacky, wavy, inflatable arm man, dude. There is no fight or flight when we're tickled. Just fight. It's like adding water to a gremlin, bro. Just don't do it. Because it'll go from, stop it, to finish him real quick. And I usually say that the type of response that you get to a move you make is wholly dependent on how attractive that girl finds you. But trust me, being hot will not save you here. You could be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and homegirl will still accidentally clothesline your ass if you come for them pits. And I know what you're thinking. I wouldn't start something I can't handle. Bro, you're wrong. You thought The Exorcist was bad? Shorty's gonna have the ragdoll effect of a Skyrim character after they just got clubbed by a giant. It's like putting yourself at 5 stars in Grand Theft Auto, my guy. But I know some of you guys are still gonna try and do it, because deep down you got a little bit of that Joe Exotic in you. You like poking the bear. It's fun to you, right? Guess what? We know your spots too, motherfuckers. We're coming for those feet. And if the feet don't work, we're coming for the knee pits. We're coming for the hip bones. We're coming for that little spot in the small of your back you think we don't know about. We know your tickle spots too. So just try us. And quit laughing. I'm trying to look intimidating.
We don't give a fuck about no bitch. We don't give a fuck about no bitch. We don't give a fuck about
Feminism is a scam. A few years ago, I was an angry, blue-haired feminist. I once believed that male privilege was real and that I was a victim of the wage gap. Now that I understand the true motives of feminism, I know that this could not be further from the truth, and that modern-day feminism is a war on true masculinity. Before women had the right to vote, most were stay-at-home wives, which meant they weren't working jobs and couldn't be taxed. Our overlords didn't like that. Rockefeller started funding feminist campaigns in media, and as a consequence of the movement, women started entering the workforce and leaving the home. Children would then be separated from their parents and sent to Rockefeller-funded schools to be indoctrinated by the state. All of this ultimately disrupting the family unit at its core. Feminism is defined as the belief in social, economic, and political equality of the sexes. But in the West, I must ask, what rights do men have that women don't? Modern feminists are convincing women that hookup culture, using hormonal birth control, and not shaving is liberation. That toxic masculinity is prevalent and the patriarchy must be dismantled. Through movies and media, we're taught that working for the man, climbing the corporate ladder, and paying tax is more empowering and valuable than raising the next generation. Women have lost touch with our natural loving instincts, and birth rates are plummeting. Men and women are not the same. And by protesting for equality of outcome rather than opportunity, feminists are demonizing and emasculating men.
Stop buying almond milk from the stores if the ingredient list looks like this. All you need is really 4 ingredients. First step, grab your nuts. If you want it to be easier to digest, we highly recommend soaking them for 12 hours and then rinsing and draining just like rice. Then when you're ready, throw everything into your optimum blender. If you want it to be creamier, add less water. If you want it to be sweeter or less sweeter, do what you want. And then blend it for 45 seconds. Grab your nut milk bag. Pour all the liquid into the nut milk bag, make sure you have a bowl underneath you, and then just start straining all the milk out. By the way, this is how you milk an almond. Squeeze every last little bit of goodness out. This is the pulp. We've got recipes coming soon on how to use them, but until then, just pour it into a nice tall glass jar, something like that, and then store in your fridge. Follow for more recipes.
They say that love is blind, so can you love me with your eyes closed? Can you see everything in me that your eyes don't? Could you tune out my physique to let my soul speak? Can you listen without your ears? Can you see me without your eyes? Can you feel me from a distance? Can you undress my aura? Can you make love to my soul? Can you get a taste of my interest and watch my intellect glow? Can you arouse me in ways that your hands just won't? Can you love me with your eyes closed? Can you let me with the vision of your own intuition in a way that makes your soul show? Could you put your mind inside of mine to make it speak things that my body don't know? Can you breathe in my energy, resulting in ecstasy, resulting in euphoria? Can you make my imagination overflow because you know it's notorious? Can you send my mind running in a race that just won't end? Can you make it run laps so that I just keep having to pass the thought of you again? Can you awaken my senses? Can you impress me with more than things like rollies and Benzes? Can you help me find the star from which I was invented? Can you pay homage to the queen that I am on a knee that is bended? Look at me. Can I remind you of the king that you are? The king that bumped his head and has been draped in pauper's clothing ever since then, but still a king nevertheless. You just haven't met him. But baby, you mustn't forget him. Can you love me with the vision your mind painted? A vision untainted with that of my physical form. I know the request is outside the norm, but let's just see if what they say is true. If love is blind, so look at me without your eyes.
You're not in love with her. Yeah, I said it. If you're with a good woman and you happen to be in an argument with her, and you're okay with yelling and screaming at her, and your throat doesn't feel like it's on fire and about to close up like you just drank pure gasoline, you are not in love with her. If you don't see that look in her eye, hear the fear and frustration in her voice at that moment, and it doesn't stop you in your tracks, you're not in love with her. If the sound of her laugh, her smile, any of those things doesn't at least help calm your worst fears and anxieties, you're not in love with her. If the only time you give her attention is in the bedroom, you're not in love with her. And before it's too late, you're gonna learn to love what you lost when you should have learned to love what you had.
I could care less about anyone else's attention. The whole world could be staring at me. And the only person's attention I want is yours.
Cause sometimes I look in her eyes, and that's where I find a glimpse of us. And I try.
I love spending time with you, even if we do nothing. No matter what, when I'm with you, everything just seems so much better.
You want to know what a good woman really wants? That's to be a priority. And you can bet your ass she won't ever walk away. But if she feels like an option, she's probably going to take the better deal. And that's loving herself until the right one comes for her.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. There's too many of you that think you want to date me. You don't. You want to know why? Because you date for fun. You date casually, like a normal person. I date to die together. And unless you want to get old and wrinkly and sit on rocking chairs and drink iced tea on our wraparound porch in Switzerland, then leave me the fuck alone!
Do I have any tips on how to draw water? Of course I do. New page. Let's go. Smooth. First thing you're going to do is pick a color. I'm going to pick purple because I want to. Now pick two other colors so you have a light, medium, and dark. Just like that. Take your medium shade, this one right here. Fill in the area where your water go. Just like that. Now you're going to take your darkest shade. And we're going to make some wonky little ovals. Some bubble buddies, if you will. Everybody got mad at me for not doing bubble buddies. Fill your page. Skinny at the top shows distance. Now in between all those little wonky bubbles, you're going to draw some even smaller wonky bubbles. We don't want any corners here. Everything's going to be round. There's a little bubble. There's a little bubble. There's a little bubble. Now fill them in. When you're done, it should look like this. Now, I want you to pick up your lightest color. And we are drawing the same exact big shapes that we did just about a 1/4 inch over where they already are. They don't have to be perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect. Get those small little in-between bubbles done. It's going to look like this. Now, you could stop here, but I want it to glisten. Get a little baby white, throw in some dots in a little cone. That's the power of the sun, vitamin D, baby. My tape reveals are anything but satisfying. Yes, I do know that. But this is what it's going to look like finished. Oh my God, you can draw water.
Ay, ay, tú no eres bebecita, tú eres bebesota. Friquita una más, se te nota. Le gustan los tríos cuando está en la noche.